What's up, everybody? Hey, hey, hey. Boom, 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 boom. Build bigger pecs. Why not? Why not? Guys, build bigger pecs, baby. Girls, shit, you can do it too, actually. You can actually curve out, build some cleavage, round stuff out. The guys won't be mad about that. But guys, we want to talk about building bigger pecs. And how are we going to do that? Well, I'm going to give you three tips, three quick takeaways that you can implement immediately, and start to see growth, fast growth. Build pecs. I always struggled with chest size. I struggled with it. It wasn't a genetically good or great body part. Not bad. It wasn't genetically great. Like my traps, right? My back, my shoulders, my glutes, my thighs. But then again, the muscle groups I've developed over time reflect the type of training that I've always done. Heavy, picking up big, heavy shit. I've never been too sold on the bench press as being an effective exercise. The bench press, by and large, is not an effective strength builder. In fact, the bench press, in my opinion, is really best utilized by athletes who compete in the bench press event in a powerlifting, a 3 lift powerlifting meet, if you will. That's fine. No problem with that. But for the rest of us, for athletes, for physique competitors, a traditional barbell bench press, that's not a good exercise for most of us simply because it's poor pec activation. It does a bad job of actually connecting with the muscles that you're actually trying to use. So, what we do is we'll forget that to build big pecs. There's other ways to build big pecs. A really great pec builder is a dip. Dips. Can you dip? How well can you dip? And something I should say, when you dip, you shouldn't drop below. I should do a training floor video on this, but this was a question one of you guys asked, and I figured I'd give you a quick answer. I'll do a training video on it. Why not? There's other good video. Jeff Cavallari's Athlete X. I'm sure he's got great dipping videos. I don't recall any, but he'll talk about proper shoulder and elbow alignment and angle that your elbow should be at with reference to your body and all that stuff. Um, but a dip, right? So I would replace the bench press with a dip. I would actually look into some deficit push-ups, possibly maybe on a kettlebell or a dumbbell handle with perfect form, and just focus on making that connection with your chest. So tip number one is stop bench pressing. Stop bench pressing and let's dip and push up. Let's add dip and push-ups to your normal basic training routine. All right, that's fair because I'm not saying only dip and push-up. There's other things. Some other great exercises could be a high incline, low dumbbell fly coming up across your body, working this upper area of your chest. People think upper chest is actually trained with this type of stupid incline bench. That's not. That's dangerous. Upper chest is much better worked when you're bringing the arm across and up your body. I can feel a very intense concentration right now in that position. Train that part of the upper chest, also the lower chest, and then the traditional deficit push-ups. I mean, and you can modify the handles in the position on the floor to fit your natural position and your natural leverage points. So get rid of the bench press. We're going to dip. We're going to push up, deficit push up. I like to do it off of kettlebells or dumbbell handles. It saves the wrists also. Um, and then start thinking about that upper contraction. There's a bunch of exercises. I'll deal with that later. Number two, start doing the standing military overhead press. What? Why does that matter? The standing overhead military press. And you can do that with a barbell. I like to do that one with a barbell. Dumbbells work well also. A little more on the bodybuilder side, dumbbells work better than barbells. Barbells, on the other hand, the proper standing military press, overhead press, is a great strength builder, an amazing strength builder. And what that will do, that will target your triceps, your anterior, your front deltoids, your trapezius, your entire upper shoulder girdle will be maximally trained with this standing overhead press. That exercise you should employ in your training routine always. You don't have to get fancy and standing, not sitting, Not sitting. What are you taking a break here? Forget the sitting bullshit. Forget the laying on cushy bench pad bullshit. Fucking stand up and move some weight with perfect form. That's what you really need to do here. And that's what the overhead press does. Now, you can walk it out of a rack. That's fine. You can clean it to settle it in the rack position. That's fine. Only for those of you who've been doing this with proper coaching and proper training. If you haven't been properly coached in a clean, how to clean properly, a hanging clean, even if you haven't been coached how to do it and you're just kind of, fucking noobing the weight up to your shoulders, no matter how long you've been training, don't walk it into the rack and get a PVC pipe and figure out how to clean properly, right? Scale that as a completely different exercise. For this, you can walk this out of the rack. Mark Ripito does a pretty good job on breaking down, in my opinion, the proper leverage points for overhead pressing, even specifically how to unrack the bar. Simply, I call it Frankenstein position. And what Mark says you do is you simply curl that hand in. When you curl that hand in and grab the bar, that actually allows the bar placement to sit correctly across your wrist instead of sitting across your fingers, the pads of your fingers at the top. That right there, shit, made my overhead press probably jump 50 legitimate pounds, not on day one, but once I got the form down and focused, I was able to break a long standing plateau. I struggled truly. This is the numbers, if I remember correctly. I have them in a journal, so it'll be fun to walk down memory lane with you. This is going back a few years now, 3 years, 5 years. Time flies. You guys know that. Got the Ripito technique finally, and started focusing on the overheads. And I was at like 185, kind of plateaued at 185 for a while, and was doing a little too much of the bodybuilding type of bullshit. Not that it's bullshit, but I'm not a bodybuilder. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. But I was doing some of that type of training stuff instead of just getting really good at the core compound lifts. Got the Ripito position, started focusing, and was at that 185 plateau for, I don't know, a year maybe of like, hit and miss motivation towards doing it. Once I got that down, I would easily, in a short period of time, maybe 4 to 6 weeks or so, 5 or so weeks, was able to go from 185 to 225 before I decided it was time to back cycle into something else. So now I'm at the point that I can pretty much, and I haven't done it in a while, have to do it soon. I can always about get 225 up, maybe not today, but within a week or so, I'll have the leverage and the mobility down and the form back to get that type of weight. So that being said, the overhead press has a direct transfer to nearly any upper body motion, specifically a bench press or a press or a chest press, because now we have these bulletproof triceps and deltoids and trapezius and the meat of our back, that upper shoulder girdle, man. That once that's strong, fuck, you become a beast. So tip one is we're gonna start dipping more, and we're gonna stop bench press. That's tip one. Stop bench pressing. More dips, more deficit push-ups with perfect form, not going too far, like half an inch farther, just so you get that good pre-stretch. The deficit push-up, I should say, should feel more like a squeeze than a press. It's more like a squeeze. I'm trying to go at like that 45-degree angle to touch on it, and I'm squeezing my arm across the body. That's the way I'm working. That's the way I feel. Um, Dips, deficit push-ups, and then just thinking about that high cable. There's a bunch of different things to do. Number two is the overhead press, the standing overhead press, military press. And number three is you got to eat more. You have to eat more. You have to eat more of the right foods at the right times, or stop eating some of the wrong foods and just replace them with more of the right foods. Now, we're talking about growing a big chest. We're growing muscles, right? We're growing muscle. It doesn't matter if it's your chest or not. We covered it, it's the chest, so we focused a little bit on the chest. But if you don't have the proper raw materials, your chest isn't going to get bigger. You're not going to get stronger, right? Think about it. If I want to build a house and I created the plans, I got the best engineer on the planet to come up with the best plans ever. I have these plans right here in front of me. That's the exact house I'm going to build. And I'm standing on the lot, and there's no lumber. There's no lumber. There's no nails. There's no wiring. There's no nothing. There's no, how is this? How is this the best plan ever? How's that going to be built? Or how about there's the wrong material? There's steel girders and big rubber tires. Well, fuck, that doesn't fit, right? That doesn't fit. That won't build anything. We can't build anything with that garbage. That'll be dangerous. That'll fall apart. We need the right materials for the specific job, and the specific job goal is building muscle, right? You want to build muscle. You want to build a big chest. Well, you're going to build a big chest. Guess what? You're going to get big triceps, big traps, or big anterior deltoids, big upper back, stronger upper back, proportionately so. So you need to start eating. And what would I start eating? I would start eating a little bit more. Maybe add like 2 ounces of lean protein to your normal lean protein meals. And that would come from me. Wild caught salmon would be ideal. A lean, wild caught red meat. If you could get wild caught, otherwise a grass fed, as clean as possible, some chicken, ancillary chicken, and eggs. But you don't have to fucking go crazy, guys. You don't have to be eating 6 eggs every day and 12 ounces of steak and all that bullshit. You probably just need an extra 2 ounces spread over a couple meals. You need to eat, 2 or 3 eggs a day, 3 to 5 days per week. But if you're not eating that, you're having something else in that category. So we're trying to move the chains down the field in, maybe 3 yards at a time. So we're always getting that first down, but we're not constantly going for the big play, right? And getting, pushed back, losing ground. So we're just always trying to move those chains, just, 3 yards down. So we're always getting that first down, if that helps some of you guys. But we got to eat. You got to get the right food. So number one, stop bench pressing and start training the pec at the appropriate angles. And I gave you the concept. We want to dip. We want to slightly deficit push up, squeeze. I should say squeeze ups, and some sort of upper chest activation. Number two is the overhead press, standing barbell overhead press with perfect form to build your tricep strength, your anterior deltoid strength, your upper back strength. So then you can more focus on getting and attacking that chest, supporting that chest. And number three, eat. Eat. Get the right food, clean sources. Stop the Pop Tarts and the ice cream and all the fucking bullshit. Stop all the bullshit and start eating real food. Richard O'Bara says, good afternoon, Coley. What up, Mike? What up, Coley? Roman, Mike, what's up? What's up, Roman? Hey, Coley, BYM. I don't know what that means. Bring your own meth. What kind of party are you having? So, Cal Seth, what's up, Dolce? Building the pecs of excellence. Ain't that the truth? Monster Alpha. So, weighted push ups. Yeah, and that we do weighted push ups, and we do those in a few ways, but not always. Not always, because these are squeeze ups, right? Think about that. I'm squeezing. They're squeeze ups. They're squeeze ups. So think about not pushing up. I'm squeezing up, squeeze ups, deficit squeeze ups. And it's a deficit for me. Who knows? Depending on my flexibility, I might go half an inch to 2 inches past where the floor would be, getting that little bit of, and it's just here. That little bit, just that little bit of stretch right there. I don't have to do this. Now I'm weak as piss. Just here is kind of straight, right about there. Feels perfect. I feel my entire pec ready to just and contract across. So it's that squeeze up. What about dumbbell press with a hard pinch at the top? Absolutely. We're thinking like that. Red Star Thunder. What are good quad workouts to increase the speed of my spinning dragon tornado kick? That's interesting. Probably hopping on one leg, I would say. Hop on one leg. You'd probably have to do it for about 30 minutes each side. So 30 minutes left leg, 30 minutes right leg. And let me know when you can do that. Actually, video that where the other foot doesn't touch and you don't hold anything. You just hop on one leg for 30 minutes nonstop. If you can do that, you will truly be a master of the spinning dragon tornado kick. I look forward to seeing the video. Seth, off topic, but is that culinary union strike happening there in Vegas? It is, but from what I understand, Caesars just settled or came to terms. There's announcements today. Some 17,000 employees are happy with the deal. So that's all good. I didn't really follow it too much. I don't know enough about it. But you don't want your hotel staff on strike. That is not good. rolling into summertime in Vegas. Uncle Rip knows this shit. Yes, he does. J7, I can't do it. It hurts my sternum. What does? Cody, I've noticed long stretching after the exercises builds them boobs up for me. I love that. I love that. Um, Aaron, I'm at 7 days in a row working out. Is that bad? Might be. Everybody is saying I need a rest, but I want to rest. I want to focus on different body parts each day to not overwork them. Also, can you get a six-pack with just working out and supplements? Sonnen said only PED users can get six packs, which is a bummer. I wouldn't. That's not true. I wouldn't exactly say that's true. It's just easier, right? It's easier for some. Actually, for some, it actually gets worse because they just get so big and bloated. But first question is, are you training too much? Well, 7 days in a row is a lot if you're doing the same thing. Now, if you're training 7 days in a row, like you're doing your full body, multi joint, compound movement, resistance training 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going for long walks on, maybe you're hiking on Saturday and or Sunday. You're going for lists, you're performing lists, low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday with the long walk on Saturday, and you're getting a little, maybe you're playing basketball on Wednesdays with your friends, maybe you're going swimming, maybe you're on a swim team on a Wednesday. Well, now that's your 7 days a week. You're exercising, but you're not overdoing it. Um, Now, if you're only training fucking bodybuilding and buys and tries and chest and buys or whatever the fuck it is, then yeah, you're probably overtraining and you're probably going backwards. And most likely, and if you are like resistance training, then you have to be on PEDs to make progress because the natural person, natural human can't. It's too much. You'll break down and don't you can't expect to make gains at all. Seth, the delicious recipes of yours, the good part isn't difficult. I appreciate that. How much grams of protein per pound of body weight? Usually anywhere between zero point 0.8 and 1.2 is ideal. We always start at the lower end, the zero point 0.8, and we slowly build from there if needed. Hey, Mike, when I get to over 100-pound dumbbell rows, my grip starts to go before my back muscles. What do you think about using straps on my grip? Starts going. Um, I'd say no. I'd say get a stronger grip. Are you doing focused, intentional grip work? Are you using any chalk? Do you stretch your forearms properly? I mean, are you taking care of your forearms and your fingers? I mean, are you getting hand massage? Or do you have buckets of sand that you're digging through? This is what we used to do in wrestling all the time. We just dig through buckets of sand over and over and over, and then we get like ball bearings and would slowly build up from there. Hanging dead hang chin ups. So I would build my grip because all that's saying to me is your grip is weak. You got a strong back, but you got weak grip. And I agree, 100-pound dumbbells, yeah, that's strong for average people, but we're not average. We're not average people. 100-pound dumbbells, man, you should be able to fucking hold that like a baby rattle. That's the goal. That's the mentality. Oh, boom, Corey, Coley, boom. Hannah, what's up, Hannah? Grinding, girl. You know we are always grinding. Like you. Like you. Aaron, yeah, I'm swimming and running, and thanks, bro. I can't wait to get my six pack. Fuck yeah. Steve, what's up, coach? What's up, Steve? Good to see you. Late check in, right on. So here we are at 18 minutes. I think this time of day is might not be best for you guys. I'm later than normal. Normally it's earlier in the morning around 10 or later in the day around 3 or 4. I'll probably do one more later on today because we got a pretty big audience last night. 3 or 4 Pacific Standard Time. So just keep open and click on those notifications. If you want to know when we go live, subscribe to this channel. If you don't already, you should be. Click the notifications on because I do these impromptu lives a lot. And I answer your questions too. I try and answer every single question when the time allows. Um, Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. I only got 7 thumbs up. What the f people? What the f people? Give a thumbs up if you like this content. If you like the time that I give to you guys, this free time to help, hopefully just show us a little bit of love that lets me know you care and lets YouTube know that you guys are interested in our content. That's cool. If you want to get in amazing shape, you can go to thedolcediet.com. We offer personalized 4 and 12 week online diet and exercise programs, completely tailored to you, to your life, to your body, to your background, to your goals, personalized to you. So it's completely personalized nutrition and exercise programs. Every meal, every ingredient, every recipe, times of day is completely detailed for you, plus weekly grocery list, organized for you, Your whole workout program is built for you. Every exercise, set, rep, and then video tutorials on your phone, on your tablet. You just click what's a Jefferson squat, click up. There we go. All right, I got 6 reps on that right now because we have that built out for you. Diary, complete training diary. Every exercise you've done it, you log in completely. It tells you what your PR is on that exercise, your personal record, your personal best, and the date of it, and all that fun stuff. We have an amazing membership community in which you can a leaderboard. You can see where you rank amongst everybody, the tens of thousands of people around the world. Where do you rank globally? Where do you rank for your maybe your age or your gender or your location, what the country you're in? Maybe it's just the specific exercise. How do I rank in deadlifts versus for squats? That's awesome. The leaderboard is really fucking cool and fun. Or you can go out incognito and nobody can see your stats, but you can see everybody else. That's up to you. So we make sure you have that privacy. We have a resource section with over 200 additional recipes and 200 additional exercises because we teach you how to sub in and sub out. So once you go through the 4-week plan or the 12-week plan, you learn everything. You get everything. You follow everything exactly as the way it's scripted because it's built exactly for you. And we teach you this is the way your body was meant to eat. This is the food. These are the types of foods. And guess what? Here's our recipes. Look how easy it is to put this delicious foods together. And it's non-exclusionary. We eat carbs, we eat fruit, we eat oats, we eat rice, we eat potatoes, we eat beans, we eat lean meats, we eat lots of good produce and veg. We have a completely vegan program. If you're vegan, you can be fully vegan. You just switch on the vegan option. Dairy-free and nut-free and gluten-free programs. Um, Everything's been thought of for you. Everything inside. And this is at thedolcediet.com. It's the most successful healthy weight loss program ever devised, platform ever devised. You can check it out for yourself and see what I'm talking about. A lot of time, money, resources, brain power, humans like people have worked on this to build it for you. And we give a full 100% money back guarantee. If you don't like it, there's your money back. You got nothing to lose. We stand behind that. I proudly stand behind that, right? You can just tweet at me or talk to me on here. Our customer support team is amazing. Our tech team is amazing. The registered dietitians and certified trainers who answer questions and support you guys behind the scenes that work for it. And they're actually real registered dietitians led by our lead dietitian, Miss Meg 40, Mrs. Meg 40, MSRD, LRD, DDC. Um, 2 other dietitians on staff who were behind the scenes built the program. It's not just some stupid bro template, like all this other shit that's out there. It's actually real. It's legitimate. And it's based on the same science we've used to get the world's greatest athletes in shape for over 20 years. We're the only team with a 100% success ratio. That's for a reason. We use that same IP, intellectual property, and that's what supports this system. That's exactly how we did it, and this is exactly what it is. We have over 20 years of data on every athlete we've ever worked with, every client we've ever worked with, every program we've ever put out. We have all that data. We know what works, and then we put it into an algorithm for you to get the same benefit, because it's not fair. You don't have to be a multimillionaire, super famous person in order to have access to the same information that they pay us for, they bring us in for, on this more personal one-on-one basis. You have access now through this system, and there's no closer, easier way, more easily accessible way, but there's no better way to lose weight. I mean, the bicep of truth right there, guys and girls, the bicep of truth, and the tricep of integrity. Wait, what's going on there? Boom. Ha. That's so I'm just sharing it with you guys. If you want to, just go to thedolcediet.com, use my promo code NEWME, NEWME. You'll save 20%. That's not listed, it's not promoted anywhere. You'll only hear me talk about it, and it's not always live. We shut it down a lot. We have to shut it down a lot. I promote it and the team shuts it down eventually. But New Me, you'll go there for at least, for the rest of the day today, Friday, June 1st. And check it out. Check it out. See if you like it. See if you get in a fucking amazing shape like everybody else does. That's there for you at thedolcediet.com. Let me finish a couple questions here, and then I got to bounce. Busy day, busy Friday. Steve, what's up, Steve? Good to see you. Seth, obviously you want to do dynamic stretch before workouts. When would you static stretch? After workouts and on rest days, maybe after a sauna. Have long arms, and when I do dips, it hurts my sternum. What else can I do? I would adjust your dip position. I would look to the push-up position for sure. I think, and it's the squeeze-ups, not the push-ups. You can find variations of dip positions. You can even use bands, use like low cables, low bands, and you can modify different great pec exercises, high or low bands, or horizontal bands, horizontal to your body. Um, Easy. I have very long arms for my height actually, and that's why I was never a good bench presser. Never enjoyed the bench press. It wasn't didn't have good leverage. Therefore, it never built my pecs. And I would be front, and I got strong because I got strong triceps. I got fucking strong front delts and traps. So I had this really good lats, this good platform to press off of. My pecs never got big. So you're probably in that same route. Any tips for healing and recovery for patella tendonitis? You got to work with a PT. I'm always going to suggest you work with a hands-on practitioner, a licensed physical therapist under your doctor's care. You're never ever going to get better advice than when you work with a highly qualified person that's right next to you. I can give you some little sound bites. That's not going to help you. The best information I can give to you is get in your area, find the closest PT, see what they do, and then start looking for the best PT. And between the closest one and the best one, you should have a great relationship. I would easily spend $500 a year on just checking in with a local PT every 3 months, every 6 weeks, every training cycle, to avoid the fact of having to pay $50,000 in surgeries eventually, possibly. How do you feel about Mike Mentzer's HIT program? I like a lot of what Mentzer does, but if you're not on steroids, it's not going to work as well as it worked for Mike and Casey Viator and Arthur Jones. Excuse me. Um, so there is benefit to it, but there's better ways. There has to be a little more volume. So it's kind of my philosophy, and I think the philosophy that works is multi-joint compound movement every other day, every 48 hour or so. Style of training is more effective for more people for more of the time, and they will yield a higher level of results consistently instead of that type of extreme Mensor type of training. Even Dorian Yates used a version of Mensor's training, but he added multiple sets. You see, Dorian would have like 4 sets to start his training session. He would only count the last 1 or 2 sets, but he'd still be like 315, 365, 405, 435 would be the work set. But fuck, he's still working at 315. So you have to consider that volume also. It's not just that one exercise, one set soundbite. But I prefer that much more to the just, volume. Now, volume is good to just stay fit. I'm just trying to stay fit. I'm just working out. You know what I mean? I'm not training. I'm just kind of working out. I'm here. I'm exercising. Walk on the treadmill a little bit too. I'm not mad at that. That's a good baseline. But we're talking about exceptionalism here. Carlos, hey Mike, me and my girlfriend just started our 12-week program from the dolcediet.com, but we started with living lean and then end with 3 weeks to shredded. Should we have done it the other way around? No, Carlos, and that's for you. This is the beautiful thing about the dolcediet.com's 12-week program. You can start with 3 weeks to shredded and experience that dramatic fucking weight loss, or you could start with Living Lean, which is a very structured, healthy weight recomposition program, lifestyle program, and then finish with 3 weeks to shredded because that's your fight, because that's spring break, because that's your wedding, because that's whatever Memorial Day, Labor Day, weekends, whatever the hell it is. So that's up to you. And we also have the option that you can contact our customer support team. It's like, but fuck, I fight 8 weeks from now. You can start with the 5 weeks of living lean, let our customer service team know, and then we'll switch you into the last 3 weeks of shredded for you. We can handle that. We had that available for people to use, and they just kept destroying their programs, and they didn't understand resets. So we took that for you guys. But my point is, you can do that through our system too. So I love what you guys are doing right now. Let's say, shit, we've had people lose over 50 pounds on the 12 weeks program, whether they started or finished with 3 weeks to shredded. Most people start with 3 weeks to shredded, by the way, because they want to see that dramatic weight loss. They want to lose the 21 pounds in 21 days as it's designed for. Not everybody has that type of response. Some people lose more, some people lose less. So it's all based upon what you need to lose, what you have to lose, how healthy you are, your training experiences, and then how focused you are to the program. So I think that's awesome, Carlos. Keep me posted. Nick, Meg is great. She helped me out 25 pounds down, doing living lean and getting the looks at the pool I was wanting. Nick, that is awesome. I love that. And Nick is talking about working with our lead dietitian, Miss Meg 4D. Awesome. Good to hear, Nick. You're a stud, man. Lil Pun. Hey, Mike, when would you incorporate refeeds into a weight loss diet and how would you set them up? Oh, Bob is the man. Bob is the man, everybody. Look at this iced Americano. Are you kidding me? What day is this? Is it my birthday? It's not my birthday. Excuse me while I get my fix. It's so good. Iced Americano on a like 100+ degree day here in Las Vegas. Beautiful. What was I even talking about? You not only have the best program, in my opinion, but you're also the most generous with your time. Thanks, Mike. By the way, did you get that hot sauce recipe? Seth, I appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, I'm extremely proud of this program. My name's on it. My whole family works for it and behind it. It's a for family run company, right at the administrative level, and we only work with the best humans as a that we feel like our family to be a part of our team, our science team, our tech team. Um, so when you say that, Seth, it matters, and that's what we're here for. I am here to provide you guys with the information that you need to live a better life. That's my goal. The Dolce diet, our only mission is to educate, to inspire, and to entertain. That's why I do these videos. That's why I try and engage with you guys as much as possible, whether it's on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook. But really, YouTube is such an amazing platform. I can talk directly to you guys here and talk like, well, dude, we're talking here. I feel like I'm just hanging out with my friends, shooting the shit like we're around a fucking big old table is what it feels like. So my ability to have this engagement with you, man, this is more valuable to me, I think, because I get so much out of it. I get to talk to you, hear what you guys are doing, hear what your thoughts are, help you overcome challenges, understand, like, oh, wow, I never thought of that. You bring me information and content too. So I find it an honor. This type of engagement, and those who do follow our programs and they come to our system, they come out here. Some of you have come out here and gotten certified. You're now certified coaches. We have over 250 certified coaches around the world, which is awesome. Um, and that's because of this. And I've been fortunate in my passion has put me in the position to have acquired so much information through observation and through experience. That's all I get. Now I get to share that with you guys. I mean, most people haven't been in the rooms I've been in, haven't seen the things I've done, haven't seen the things I've seen, haven't been exposed to such, I mean, world champions, Olympic medalists, leaders of industry, heads of state, like the people you read about in the headlines. I've been fortunate enough to work with behind the scenes for extended periods of time and then have the data on what worked, what didn't, and then the knowledge through our team to understand why and then how to build the system and disseminate this information to you guys. No, I saw this. Like, everyone acts like the keto, and I don't want to keep bashing keto, but they act like, oh, the keto thing is the great. No, it's fucking not. It's not. It's fucking not. It's a gimmick. It's being sold. And there is benefits for certain people at certain periods of time. And I'm not hating on keto, but fuck, guys, eat blueberries. Eat fucking blueberries and eat quinoa. I guarantee you, you'll have the same, but usually better physical results. And I guarantee you, you'll have much better blood work. Much better blood work. I guarantee you that your diet, your lifestyle will be more similar to those who live longer than everybody else who ever lived than if you're following a keto diet. So when I talk about it, I fucking been through this so many times. I've seen it. I've fucking seen it. I've worked with people who have tried it. Like, and that goes kind of for everything at the elite level. I don't even know why I'm ranting on this stuff, but I appreciate that, Seth. And that's that. I have that passion to share it. And you can take it or leave it. Dude, you take it or leave it. Prove me fucking wrong. I say all the time. Everything I tell you guys, prove me wrong. Do your research. That means you're reading, you're learning, you're trying, you're thinking. So I'm trying to get you guys to think. Educate is our number one. That's our core, is educate. Inspire. I want you to be like, you know what? I can fucking do this. I can do this. I educated myself. I understand it now. I can do this. And then entertain, because if I'm not the fucking, the sweaty clown over here dancing for you guys, well, then you might not hear the one thing that allows you to go down that wormhole and research and then change your life. So that's kind of how our system works. And there you go. Carlos Ruiz, love all the videos, Dolce. You're a truly blue collar guy. Amen, man. Grew up in New Jersey, right? It's like if I grew up in a Bruce Springsteen song, my man. If you guys know what that means, that was my fucking life. Grew up poor and cold and tired and hungry. Like there, the only thing I knew was work, work, motherfucker. Oh, you want to eat, motherfucker? Work, work. That's all I fucking knew from a very young age. So I think that made me who I am from a work ethic perspective. I have no problem fucking waking up at 4 a.m. on a Sunday morning and swinging a fucking sledgehammer all day. And no fucking problem. I'll outwork anybody on the fucking field. I will outwork you. Nobody will outwork me. I'll say it. Maybe you work as hard and high five. God bless you. Because I've rarely met those people. So I appreciate you noticing that, man. That's what we do. We work. Zayzin, how many calories to gain muscle and how many to lose fat? I would start at about 300 calories above or below your need, your total expenditure for that day. So if I'm trying to lose weight, about 300 or so calories less per day is a good place to start. Good place to start, but it's not where you're stopping. It could be a little more, might not even be that much. And then we can talk about your expenditure to gain weight. I'd say the same things. It doesn't sound like a lot, only about 300 extra calories per day. That's like, it's like half a meal. So you eat like half a meal more or half a meal less than you normally do, than your baseline. Then maybe this is a real easy way for people to understand this. Gain or lose weight, just add or subtract half a meal to your baseline. You should be pretty much eating about the same things in the same quantities at the same times per day. And I'm assuming they're all good food, high quality food, non processed food, no synthetic chemicals. Otherwise, that's not real food. So I'm going to assume you guys already got your first stripe on your white belt and you know that and you've moved on from that. So now we're going to go for our second stripe here on your white belt. We're only going to be eating real food and I want to gain weight, I'm going to add the I'm going to add half a pound or half a meal, excuse me. The equivalent is the word I was looking for. I'm going to add the equivalent to half a meal of what my basic meals are. So if I'm eating 4 meals per day and I'm taking in 2,000 calories for easy math, I'm going to add half of one of the meals, which is approximately 500 extra calories to that day. And most of you are probably eating about 2,000 or so, 3,000 maybe if you're a little tub calories per day. If you're eating processed shit, it's hard. It's hard to eat 3,000 calories of real food per day every day. It's fucking hard to maintain that because it's so nutrient dense. Your hunger goes away because you're full, you're fed, you're ready. And to lose weight, we take half away. And I would take half away kind of starting at night. I would keep my carbs and fats completely proportionate. I would just cut that nighttime meal or dessert down in half or so. Or maybe I take a quarter off my second to last meal and a quarter off my last meal. And I would give it 3 days to a week. And I would be weighing I weigh myself every morning, 365 days per year. I weigh myself. It's like when you look out the sky, out of your window, is it sunny out? Is it rainy? I step on my fucking scale. I want to see what I weigh every morning and I track it like data. I have all this data. It's so easy right there. Step on the scale. I know what I weigh. So I will know over the last 3 days, 7 days, 10 days, 30 days, 300 days, I see every number. If all of a sudden I'm 201, 201, 201, 207, what the heck? Like stupid updates. I would know definitively what the fuck happened there. Or 201, 201, 201, 194. What the fuck happened there? Right? Most people don't even know that. You don't even know that. You don't even know that. Like your warning light in your car keeps coming on and you don't even look at it. And then with that, then I have the data to make informed decisions. I eat a little bit more, half a meal up or half a meal down if I want to gain or lose. And if nothing happens, if I'm trying to gain, I'll go to a full meal and I'll give it another 3 to 10 days. And usually by there, you'll start to see boom, 0.2, 0.2, 0.6, and then kind of it stays at 0.6. That's half a pound. Likely it was half a pound of muscle. And this is what we're talking about now. Lean gains, real gains, functional gains. Because you gain half a pound of lean muscle tissue and don't gain an ounce of body fat, it'll look like you gained 4 pounds. because I mean, look at just go get a steak. Go get a 16-ounce steak and look at that. That's 1 pound. A steak, a lean steak. That's 1 pound of muscle. That's a fucking lot. Take like a cut it in quarters and put a quarter on your delt, quarter on your pec, quarter on your other delt. Damn, son, that's big. All right, I got to shut this down here in a minute. Let me try and rapid fire. How many calories to game? I'll answer. Hey, Mike, when would you incorporate refeeds into a weight loss diet, and how would you set up your refeed in terms of macros? LOL, forget about me when you get distracted. I'm sorry. I did. Little pun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was so happy with coffee. Here, let me do it again. I shouldn't do that. It's not good. Yeah, it's so good. All right, and see, I almost forgot again. Hey, Mike, when would you? So refeeds. I had my first refeed. So I just did 3 weeks of shredded 3 weeks ago. I'm week 1 of round 2 of 3 weeks of shredded. In the first 3 weeks of 3 weeks of shredded, I lost 28 pounds in 21 days. Now, mind you, I incorporated a 48-hour weight cut that we do with our athletes. I lost about 6 pounds, probably even closer to 7 pounds of fake weight, if you will, because my goal was to touch down at 185.00 pounds, the UFC middleweight limit, just because I thought it would be cool to do that. Now, I was down, I probably would have been down organically about 23 total pounds in those 21 days, which is pretty insane. My goal was to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. I was down, and what I hit a total of 28. So I was down about 23 legitimate pounds, and I cut a little over 6 pounds in those 48 hours because I modified electrolytes and water and did what we do so well, and just was able to woke up, mind you, I woke up on fucking weight, which was sick. That was cool. I could have actually cut even lower. That would have, but there's no need. I'm a 42-year-old guy. What's the point? I look fucking sick too. By the way, so what I did is I refed for those 2 days. And what I refed was I ate the same foods I always eat. The same foods I always eat, but I started to increase quantity. I say we back out the same way we pulled in. And this is very important. It's similar to a reverse diet, right? I just start to eat a little bit more of the same foods I was eating less of. What happens is you need to focus on your digestive efficiency. If you eat the wrong foods or too much foods, what happens? Your digestive system just stops. All the workers go on strike. Fuck this. Too much work. Can't deal with it. You've been dicking us around for a while now. Fuck you. Off. That happens, and that happens a lot. That happens to athletes all the time. So what I did is I refed that first day the same basic foods, just a little bit more and more and more and more, just like we do with our athletes on fight day. Had power pasta that night, just like we do with a wild caught venison sauce that we make at home. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Amazing. And then the next day, I opened my menu up a little more Sunday. So I woke up on Monday at 198.4 or so pounds, which I posted on my Instagram. So I went from 185 to like 198. I think it was 0.4, 198 something. So I added 13 pounds, probably even more, because I woke up. I'm sure I lost a little, floated some weight over that night. I was probably a little up over 2, but we'll say 198.4. And then I started round 2 of 3 weeks of shredded, which I started on Monday. I woke up today on Friday and I'm down 3 pounds. So I've lost 3 pounds in the last 4 days of actually doing the second round of 3 weeks to shredded. So 198 down to 195. We'll see what happens. I don't want to get too low. I'd like to stay between 188 and 192. Not that I think I won't lose another 21 pounds. That's not the goal. I'm already down damn near the full 21 pounds of 4 weeks ago because I started at 213 4 weeks ago. Me to walk around in the low 190s, and this is the refeed question. I want to give you context. Me to walk around in the low 190s, that's where I was on the cover. I don't have it here, of 3 weeks to shredded. The way I look on the cover of 3 weeks to shredded, I was actually a little heavier. I was like 196 at about 8% body fat. I won't be at 8% body fat by the end of this 3 weeks to shredded program, and I'll still have a little more muscle to gain because it's a little slower gaining muscle at my age, 42 years old, though I'm yoked. And this is to get me photo ready essentially in the middle of summer. So I'll still have another 6 weeks after this first 6 weeks. I'm on the 12-week program. So I'm using and this is, I should say, I'm using the exact same program that we have at the dolcediet.com. Signed up for the 12-week program. I went through 3 weeks of shredded the first time. I had Bob reset me back to do 3 weeks of shredded again. So now weeks 4, 5, and 6, it's the back-to-back 2 rounds of 3 weeks of shredded, and I'll have the 6 weeks of living lean left over, which I'll probably do 3 weeks of living lean, which is the recomp phase. And then I'll probably, depending on which project I'm going to do first, will get shredded again. So that's what I'm doing. Now the question was refeeds. I had one refeed 20 on day 22 and 23 of this program. I probably won't. Now I'm go to Chicago next week to be with Mirsad Bektik, who fights Ricardo Lamas on the UFC middleweight title. Robert Whitaker versus Yoel Romero. So Mirsad Bektik fights Ricardo Lamas on that card. I'll be there with Mirsad. And what I'll probably do is have my refeed when Mirsad has his refeed post weigh-in. So he'll weigh in Friday, a week from today. That's probably when I'll have my refeed, which will be, and I'll pretty much eat what Mirsad eats. And usually when I work with an athlete, I eat exactly what they eat when they eat. I try and train exactly when they train. So I know exactly how they feel, how they think, what their hunger state is, what their energy, what their mood might be. It allows me to be a better coach. And also it gives me valuable data because I record everything. Not only am I recording their weights and their training and their food schedule, I'm recording my own at the same time. And then I always take notes on feedback. How do you feel? What's good? What's bad? What's difficult? Um, so all that data. So to answer your question, that'll be my second refeed, and that'll be two refeeds in about 6 weeks, in about 5 weeks. Um, so those who and what we say, and I'll finish with this, is we call it an earned meal essentially. Like the day 22 and 23, my refeeds, they were more earned meals for me than anything because I crushed my goal. That I've earned it. I set a goal for myself long enough in the future that I had the time to work for it and stay accountable. I stayed accountable. I crushed my goal of losing 21 pounds. Lost 28 pounds in that period of time. I'm not suggesting everybody do that, should do that, nor could do that. That was my goal. That's what I did. I refed myself back up 15 plus pounds of just eating the good food, eating the same food that's already on the program, which I love. It's all fucking delicious. And I posted an 8-ounce fucking venison burger with two sweet potatoes. I took two sweet potatoes, chopped them, sliced them into fries, baked them, and had sweet potato fries and this bomb ass fucking burger as one of my refeed meals. We had the power pasta. We had pancakes, which with real maple syrup. Holy shit, it were fucking awesome. Our pitbull pancake recipe, which is a part of the program. That was my refeed, and now I'm good. I'm full. I'm perfect. So it shouldn't be. And I'm going this long so you guys get context. If you don't have context, then it's just bullet points and you don't follow. I want you to have the context so you can kind of feel my story and understand there's nothing that's written down. You have to be mindful and intentional. I was mindful of my refeed. I knew exactly when I was going to have it. I knew exactly what I needed to do in order to get it. And that's the same thing with you. And it's not every Sunday fun day, or Friday night with the girls. Yeah, everyone drinks skinny martinis. Fuck that shit. That's not what it's about. That's not earned. That's bullshit. And that will keep you normal. It'll keep you moderate. It'll keep you average at best. You'll never break average if you have that mentality. Can you go 28 days without a refeed? And that refeed will only be a higher, a greater portion of what you were eating already. But if you're not eating foods you already love, then what's the fucking point of it? And that's why we think keto's stupid and paleo's stupid and all these other diets are stupid, because they force you to eat this fucking shit food. These are exclusionary diets. I love what I eat every fucking day. I have my breakfast bowl every morning. It's oats, it's berries, it's seeds, it's nut butter, it's cinnamon. Sometimes I put maple syrup and bananas in mine today. Real maple syrup and bananas. It was so and chia seeds and hemp seeds. It was so fucking good. Oh my, I would bathe. I would bathe. I would lather myself up and bathe in that shit. It was so good. I get to eat something like that every day, every day. Omelets and quiches and frittatas and burritos and burgers and salmon and stir fries on barbecue every day. These are my meals every day. Like fruits, kiwis, and it's summertime. It's summertime, and these fucking keto people, they can't go and eat a goddamn peach. They can't go get a basket of fucking blueberries, right? Are you kidding? They can't even eat an apple, which exceeds their total 20 gram of carbohydrate allowance. And then they'll try and lie and say, oh, no, that's not, you can eat more. You can eat more. Just buy my program. Just buy our supplement. That's what they try and fucking hack you into do. And that's bullshit. So love it. And that's that. So this is I'm still ranting on refeeds right here. Jesus Christ, Dolce. But this is the context. If you don't love what you're fucking eating, then you're gonna cheat. You're gonna go out and eat fucking ice cream and fucking Taco Bell and go get fucking wasted and drink your fucking soda and eat your candy bars and all the other bullshit. But then you're full of shit. That's the truth of it. Oh, you gotta live a little, Dolce. Fuck you. You don't live better than me. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Maybe you live as well as me, but you don't live better. You don't eat better food. I guarantee you that. You do not eat better food than I fucking eat. You don't feel better than I feel. I bounce out of fucking bed with energy every fucking day and I crush my life. And I love my day. I got to spend all day in the backyard in the pool with my girls. I was like, fuck it. Dad's here. We're outside. It's fucking 100-degree day. Boom, pool time. Dad shows up at work at fucking noon. This is my point because of this mentality. Because of this mentality. That's the refeed mentality. You don't deserve it. You're not entitled, motherfucker. Did you earn it? I earned the ability to take off any fucking morning I want and be home with my fucking girls and enjoy those precious moments. Same thing with food. That's the mentality. That's the fucking success mentality. Some of you got that. Some of you will take that with you. Some of you are going to try and debate me on fucking calorie in versus calorie out. I feel bad for you. But those of you who know what the fuck I'm talking right now, you see the higher level. You're woke. Bum, bum, bum. Ichivera, I deadlift 1 day a week. Sand pull off 4-inch blocks 1 week. How do you feel about block? I love block pulls. Block pulls, heavy fucking block pulls. Enjoy. Be careful though. Be careful with those fucking biceps. Like, right? A lot of biceps get torn going fucking super heavy. So you got to be careful. Joe Diaz, I was on Dr. Berg's live podcast and asked him about possibly having a debate with you. He kept dodging the question. I wonder why. Thank you. Keep asking him. Keep asking him. That will be awesome. I'd love to. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. You guys get that. What would I say? I said, Doc, explain it to me. I want to hear, bro. You're smart guy, successful channel. Explain it to me. Explain how this ketosis is the best thing ever. And I'm gonna listen. And if I hear something that doesn't make sense, I'll ask a question on it respectfully, of course. You've heard me have my own podcast with people who I completely disagree with, where the public thinks we do. And it's like we're fucking best friends. I would love to. Fitness debates would be fun. That sounds awesome. Jeffrey, I can do 8 pull-ups right now. I've been doing a few sets every day. Fuck yeah. I'm not getting any stronger. I'm a new athlete. Should I take rest days? Yeah. I would just take a day or two off and then just watch what happens. You'll crush it. Does dog walking count as early morning lists? He stops quite a bit. So does that hinder the effectiveness? Well, it depends on how much. Depends on how much. And now a lot of dogs probably shouldn't be walking for an hour outside on concrete and on pavement. Their pads weren't built for that. And though they will do it with a smile because they love you, that's not fair to the dog. You go walk barefoot essentially on the same pavement. Think about that. If you can't walk barefoot, you probably shouldn't have your dog walking barefoot next to you. I'm a fucking animal dude, right? Animal lover, fucking animal rescuer, animal fucking rescue funder. I love being with our dogs, but when we do, we take them to the park. When we walk, we go to the park, we walk in the fields, we go on hikes with our dogs. Zoe, of course, is an American pit bull, and she's not made to go walking or hiking more than a mile or so. So we let her, exercise her style. Very explosive. She's like Jordan Burroughs, just fucking all muscle and explosion, which is cool. Not that Jordan couldn't fucking run 20 fucking, I'm sure Jordan Burroughs could run a fucking marathon too, but not Zoe, the American pit bull. So, and yeah, stopping and going, you got to be careful with a little bit, because if you're stopping too long, it's good from a therapeutic perspective, but we don't want the heart rate to keep doing this. We want to keep it low intensity, steady state. So you don't want to be like 100, 100, 80, 90, 80, 90, up, back to 100, 100. We want to keep it like right at like 100, 105 and just kind of stay in that zone and coast. I mean, but if that's all you can do, then no, I'm not saying don't walk your dog. And if you only have that time, then fucking do it for sure. But try and get a little pep in your dog's step. But again, I'm worried about the animals because I see a lot of people here in Vegas doing it. There's public advisories in Vegas that you don't walk your fucking dog on the blacktop. It's 120 degrees outside, asshole. You get all these fucking assholes walking their dog on the fucking blacktops and even sidewalks in 100+ degree weather. Fucking idiots. Thanks, Mike, for the motivation. Eat healthy, real food. A lot of people just don't get it. Danny, thank you. That's what I'm here for. John says bench, incline press, flies, dips, 30 sets a week, 15 sets with back. Bro, that 30 sets a week is a fucking lot, man. Unless you're counting your bridge sets. Gil Flores. Hey, Mike, chest pullovers. Yeah, absolutely. Chest pullovers are awesome, but also pull ups, kind of like push ups, tip ups. You can see, I don't know if you can see with the video, how the chest contracts as I bring. And just put your hand here and lift your arm up and across your body, like up and across your nose. I can feel a super hard contraction at the top, but you go super light, super light. Dude, oatmeal with a little banana and 100% cocoa is unbelievable. That's a treat for me. Danny, that's what I'm talking about. 60% of the time, it works every time. That's right, Seth. Little pun. Thanks for answering my refeed question, Mike. Going to go sign up for 3 weeks of Shredded after this. Fuck yeah. Go to thedolcediet.com, pick the 4 or 12-week program. Use my promo code NEW ME and save 20%. And then let me know. I'm here. I can answer any question. You're going to fucking crush it. I know you're going to crush it. Take photos, though. Take your before photo and don't show anybody. And a week later, 7 days later, take another photo. Take a photo every Monday morning. That's kind of like day one when you purchase, and then every Monday morning thereafter. That's the way to do it. You don't have to show anybody, but you're going to fucking look. Come week 2 and week 3, this is the biggest issue I get from people in the system. They're like, I wish I took a photo. I fucking wish I took like a week in. They changed so much in the first week that they are fucking. I lost almost 14 pounds on the first week when I did it the first time, round 1 of 3 weeks of Shredded. That's a dramatic. People are like, Jesus, you look different. Like my face, you could see to my face, like immediately everything changed. Abs came in. I got fucking vascular in the upper chest and delts, which I was just shy of that evidently. So like my body changed probably more in the first week than in the 2 weeks afterwards. Just take your phone, and then you don't have to give it to anybody. Just keep it so you can fucking see where you were. When does the squat and steak program become available? Very soon, Jim. I know I've been talking about it for a while. Very soon. We got some other things going on, which are awesome, awesome things that you're going to know about really soon. The Dolce way. So we have really had to go all in on the Dolce way and make sure it is the best, the most powerful protein ever created is the Dolce way. The cleanest, cold process, cross flow, microfiltered, non-GMO, zero carbohydrate, zero sugar. It is the absolute best. Low calories only, low calories and cardio maintenance calories and high intensity cardio. Low calories only, low calories and cardio, or maintenance calories and high intensity cardio. Which to choose? I can't compute this. So what we want is we want moderate calories, and we want to create our deficit through exertion. I got 2 minutes here. I got to jump. No, dude, 30 sets within a week, 15 sets with 1 session paired. Okay, I gotcha. That's like 5 sets, 5 exercises, 3 sets. I'll deal with that. First 1 or 2 should be heavy. The other 2 can be ancillary. Chandy on a weight loss plateau for the last 6 months, unable to break it, 225 calories, 6'1". Chandy, go to the dolcediet.com right now. Go, you're stuck on a plateau for 6 months. Go to the dolcediet.com right now and get on the best fucking program ever created. Start right now. You're stuck at a 6-month plateau. You don't know what the fuck to do. Go to the dolcediet.com right now. Get a completely personalized program for you. Every exercise built for you. Every calorie calibrated specifically for you. Every meal, every recipe created for you. Go there right now and start right now. We have a 100% money back guarantee. If you don't like it, fucking get your money back. You have nothing to lose. Literally nothing to lose. You're stuck in a 6-month plateau. 6-month plateau. I'm freaking out if you're in a 6-day plateau. 6-month plateau. Time to change shit. thedolcediet.com. Pick the 4. I would pick the 12-week program if I were you. Use my promo code NEWME and save 20%. Boom, just like that. But if you're serious, start now. Mike, you completely changed my perspective on nutrition. Used to be keto zombie to get mediocre results. 3 weeks of Shredded results are much better and feel great. Thanks, my man. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is what we are here for. That is what we do. We are here to give you the best possible information so you can implement it into your own life. Prove me wrong. I'm waiting for the person to prove me wrong that what we're saying doesn't fucking work better than everything else. Prove me wrong. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Crystal, thoughts on traditional sauna versus infrared sauna? Infrared sauna by far, hands down. Now, traditional sauna, heat evaporation, fine. I use that when I travel and whatnot. I have an infrared sauna in my house, put it that way. I chose to spend the money to build an infrared sauna in my house, in my garage. Um, Fucking awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Dr. Rhonda Patrick has a wealth of information on the infrared sauna. I got a lot of my information and motivation from her. Go check out Found My Fitness, Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Great information on infrared sauna. I appreciate you guys. You are all program, and I will be back at approximately 3 p.m., 4 p.m. today.